So, a question that I always get is, how long do I have to keep rewarding a behavior? So, going back, really to the phases of learning, the first phase of learning, which is called the learning phase or acquisition phase, that coincides with continuous reinforcement. So, as the dog is learning it, you should be reinforcing every time. The fluency phase, the dog has this behavior learned, but they can only perform it in really the environment that they were taught it in. So, they'll perform it well when it's just you in your living room, right? Once you get to fluency, you can go to a high variable, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. So you don't always have to reward right there. When you go to generalization, this is when you're really testing and proving your behaviors. And what you wind up with here is it really ebbs and flows depending on the difficulty of what he's doing. So let's say if you're doing come when called, right? Doing come when called, no, place.
Should I get up and do it?
Help him get back there.
Place.
Where is that there? Generalization. So if it's something that is not very difficult, so let's say he's doing come and call, it's just you and him in the yard, no distractions. Your rate when you get to generalization, you can start going, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, something like that. And you always want to look at your individual dog and see how motivated they are for that training session, right? If the dog's looking like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, you need to up your rate of reinforcement, right? If they're doing just fine and handling it well, then you can consider going down. But in general, once you get there and it's not that challenging, you wouldn't be reinforcing all that much anymore. Now, when you go into a new challenge, let's say you're trying to do recalls in front of another dog, I would go back up to nearly rewarding them all the time because that challenge is higher. So it depends on the challenge or something like that. So it's not just cut and dry where you go, I'm not going to feed him anymore. He should just be able to do it no matter what. That would make no sense. If you give him a difficult challenge, then he's going to really struggle to do it and will need your help doing it. In your final phase, it's maintenance. So with my dog, most of his behaviors are on maintenance unless I'm teaching him new things. I mean, honestly, it's probably 1 out of 12, maybe. I mean, it's not even 1 out of 10. I couldn't even tell you 10% of the time he gets rewarded. So as they master something, their rate of reward would go down. Now, to really combine these thoughts, a dog should be earning every single thing that they want, so that your reinforcement isn't just food. Food is kind of king for creating behavior, because not only can you lure with it, but it's a quick, easy reward that they can eat. They can get their dopamine fix really quickly, and you can keep them engaged. If, for example, you can't really lure a dog very well with a toy, and then when you do try to play with them with that, you have to play for 15 seconds to get that, so it's actually fun. You can't play for 2 seconds. See what I'm saying? So, in the same thing with praise, you can't lure a dog with praise. And then again, you'd have to pet them 10 to 15 seconds to get that same dopamine you'd get for a single piece of food. So that's why food is the smartest tool to start your learning process with. But once a behavior is learned, so once my dog can go to place, or once my dog can sit or lay down or come and call or whatever you're teaching, you can start making them do that for other things, right? So now I can sit and release him to play tug. Sit, yes. Then we're going to play for that. I can say sit, yes, and then throw him a ball for that. Or a ball on a string or whatever I want to do. And even in day-to-day life, he should be sitting for his food at his food bowl. He should be sitting before he goes outside. I'm sit as an example, but I'm just basically saying you should be earning everything you get. Doing something to get the leash put on, doing something to get into people's cars. There's all these little points throughout the day that you're actively training your dog. So, and this is with absolutely no food. Here's a rundown of Dalton's morning. So my dog, first thing I get up, right, I go to open his crate door. He has to be patient in there. The crate door is wide open before I let him out. Calmness wins, right? For his life, calmness wins. So when he's nice and calm, I'll say break and I'll let him out. Then we do the same thing. He's in my bedroom in his crate. We do the same thing at the bedroom door, right? He's sitting, he's looking up at me. I open the door and I'll say heel, and we'll walk down the hallway. And I heel him down the hallway because I have a toddler and I don't want a 95-pound dog prancing around out there. So then I heel him down the hallway, right? And then he has to sit, wait, for me to put his leash on. Then we heel again. And and then now we're out the front door, and it's sit and watch, and the door opens, and he's patient, and I heel him out the front door. Then I say, go potty, I release him to the bathroom, then we heel, and we're back to sit and watch at the front door. And then I heel him to his food bowl, and I may make him do several different things in order to get fed. And I mean, literally right there, that is dog training. So it's not like, dog training's not, you know, there's a quote going around, I don't know if this trainer came up with it, but I like his quote, and it's a guy named Nick, that's in Carroll Stream actually, but I saw it on his page, and I really liked his quote. He said, dog training's not a hat that you wear for a special occasion, it's a way of life. I couldn't just expect to do that with Dalton, you know, one morning out of the month and have him ace it. He would suck at it. It has to be every day. Yeah, it has to be every day for him to be good at that. That's the way of life. So, you know, kind of like how he got out of place. So, like, if every time he gets out of place, where here's your punisher and you're right back to place, he's gonna get the gist of it pretty well.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
You know, it can't be something that's not super consistent.
Okay.
You know, so you can go ahead and
And
pause
that's
it.
where I'm failing.